Okay. Uh, so let's start the second webinar. So for this time, we will talk about data types, operators, and data structures. I know currently there's no any other person here, but yeah, I will just pretend you are all there. So just in case you will watch this video later, okay? Anyway, you can check the video later on once you are free. So I want to emphasize again, our first project due is the end of this month, April 30th. So you need to hurry up if you are still just starting this course. You have to be hurry. So today we are going to talk about the basic Python structures. And if you have any questions, just post in through the Slack so we can be more interactive. So just ask any questions you have during the Slack group so I can answer you later through this webinar. Okay. So first, let's talk about list. List is the most important data structure in my opinion. So let's say list. Basically, it's a data structure to store many different elements, right? For example, let's say this one, my list. We use this parenthesis to anytime we want to create a list, we use this parenthesis. So first we created an empty list, and then we use this append function. So append function, every time we append something, and in the end, my list should be 1, 2, 3. So you can check, it's like this. Or we can also just say my list. Yeah, for example, now we are doing this. So my list, currently it's empty again. You see, it's empty. So this time I don't want to use this. I just create there 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3. And we run this 1, 2, 3 there, right? And then we also have a lot of indexing method. So position 0, position 1, position 2. So if we print, it will be position 0, position 1, position 2. And also, we can do like if we want first 2 elements, it should be 0 to 2, right? Because you will start from this position 0, but end it before position 2. So it should print position 0 and position 1. You cannot touch this position 2. So it will be 1 and 2, right? So you can check. And then also, let's try this one. Yeah, it's error. Because in total, we only have 3 elements. But you are indexing 10. So of course, we don't have this. But if we change, we got the first element, right? And also this length function is very, very useful. Yeah, we will mostly use this function very often. So it gives us the length of the list. It's 3, right? And yeah, and this method is we can give the value to this list without append. So for example, we give it the Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, Illinois, so different states. So let's run this first. Wait a minute. So let's run this. You see, it's nothing because we haven't defined this, right? Name string list is not defined. So we have to run this first. We define the string list, it is a list, and the content is this. We run this first, and then we check this. It's there, right? And after the list is created, you can append something, right? For example, this Massachusetts, then it should be Massachusetts is at the end, right? And wait a minute, let me check this. So sometimes we don't want to count the elements from the start. We want to from the end. We also have method. For example, this -1 means the first number from the end. For example, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So you will expect this is Massachusetts. You see? And this you will expect it should be 1, 2, 3. It should be Ohio. But of course, but here is coincidence. If you string list 3, +3, it should be also Ohio. 1, 2, 3, right? And also, list slicing allows you to get a subset of the item in the list. So, for example, 1 through 3. Yeah, let's check. This is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I mentioned it before, 3 is not reachable. So it's only 1, 2. So it should be New York and Ohio, right? New York and Ohio. And this one without anything, so it should be the very, very beginning element until 3. But 3 is not included, so it should be 0, 1, 2. So it should be 0, 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, string list through 3, it should be 0, 1, 2. Yeah, let's check. 0, 1, 2. And then string list from 2, there's no number, so it should be until the very, very end. So 2 to the end. 0, 1, 2. So it should be from Ohio to the end, right? So Ohio to the end. And this one, so this is a complicated. So this is the beginning, and this is the end, and this is step size. So for example, if this, we should be, it should print, or the subset should be the elements 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Understand? But of course, we don't have that longer length in this, right? So let's say string list. So it should be 0, 2, 0, 2, 4. So it should be Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Massachusetts, right? Yes. And for list, the plus function is very easy, just to concatenate them. So you can see it's something like this. And sort function is a list built-in function, which is very, very useful. So if it's 3, 8, 7, 1, 2, 6, it's automatically ranked if you use this function. You can check 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. But of course, if you want to change the order, you want to the order is from highest to lowest. then you can just say ascending equal to truth, false. I got the ascending. My spelling is wrong. Sort function in the ascending order is the default. Yeah, here, let me Google, yeah. Sort. It's called reverse. It should be reverse. Yeah, the parameter is called reverse. So reverse is false then from lowest to highest. Yeah, then it's contrary, right? If we don't have this, the default reverse is false, I believe. Yeah, you can see. Okay. Yeah, sorry about this. So anytime you forgot some function, some parameter, just Google. You can check. It's super easy and convenient, right? And also you can just give some value if you know the position. For example, this and this. Okay, so that's for list. And then let's say tuple. So tuple is also a very useful data structure in Python. But the difference between tuple and list is mutable, which means we can change the list. But tuple is immutable. So once we create the tuple, you cannot change it anymore. So now we have a tuple. Yeah, you said we are using this parenthesis. It's different from the list. Okay, and we cannot change it. We cannot change the elements inside the tuple. And we also have length function and print it. So you see, we can print it. We can check the value, but we cannot change it. You see, if we try to change the element at position 1 to 3, it was 2 before, right? Now we try to change it from 2 to 3. No, not gonna happen. And here we also want to append. No, because we said tuple is immutable. So it could be super useful sometimes if we, for safety reasons, right? We don't want to change this data. Once we create it, we don't want to change it anymore. Then tuple, in this case, tuple would be super useful because you cannot change it once you create it. Okay, then let's say this and this. Tuple 2 because is 1 to 3, so you give this 1 to 3 to ABC. Then ABC is 1 to 3. Okay? And then let's say sets. Sets is also very common in Python. So basically sets help us to drop duplicates elements. That's it. So for example, set we use this big parentheses. So we define two sets, and Yeah, let's do this. For example, we have set 1, right? We can say set is this, right? But what about we change this now? Just do it here. So now you can say for set 1, there are 210, 220, 250, 270, and 200, 100, right? And I run this cell. You can check the set 1 is still the same because set will automatically drop the duplicates one. Okay, then set 2 is this, right? So this is all. Basically, we union these two sets. It's this, right? Yeah, just to be more beautiful, looks neat. Okay, so if we union these two sets, you can say 1, 2, there are 220, there are 100. But here, it dropped the duplicated one, right? And you can also use the union function, which is basically the same as this one. And this one is AND, set 1 and set 2. So if they are both in set 1 and set 2, it should be 20 and 100, right? And intersection, set 1 and set 2, it should be still 20 and 100. Set 1 minus set 2, it should be, output should be contains the items in set 1, but not in set 2. So it should be this, right? Also, if you use the difference function, it should be this, basically the same. And this outputs the items that appear in only one set, right? So it basically exclude 20 and 100. And this symmetric difference, we can check it's this, right? And the last one, length of set 1, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all unique in set 1, right? So it's 5. Yeah, that's it. That's for sets. And last one, let's say dictionary. So I think dictionary is very, very powerful and useful. And especially if, in my own, according to my own experiences, the most often data structures you will use in the future probably be list and dictionaries. So dictionary is a key value mapping structure. Basically, it can help us to find some value faster according to the key. So for example, now we build a dictionary. This is called key. This is called value. So once we use this key, we can get this value. So for example, you can say this is a dictionary, and if we use this, it should give us the value ID. It should be 1, 2, 3, right? And also, in dictionary, there's also a get function. Oh, wait. If you use this function, it should be just like this, right? But personally, I don't use this get method because there's no need, right? Because you can just use this and it's done. You don't need to use another built-in function called get. You can just use this to get 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's why I personally I don't use that get method at all. Actually, this name is Xin, my name, right? And then I try to append another key value called last name, and the value is Xu. So now we have 3 pair, right? And then we append something, and we don't have this function at all in dictionary. So it's an error. However, we can add some, we have append for example, currently the name is Xin, right? But if we did this, it's not doable. This is, oh, wait a minute, I know why it's wrong. So let's do this. If our value is a list, and it's called this. So now you can check my name is a list, right? And if your name, if this key is a list, then we can append. For example, we can append this. And then let's check this. You see? So it's not the dictionary has an append function. It's list have append function. Because this key, the value is a list. So for list, we always can append, right? Okay, so that's the dictionary. So that's all the questions, all the topics for today. So basically, you need to know these different data structures pretty well. I think most important thing is know the difference between these 3 or 4. For example, list is most often used in coding. Yeah, from my own experiences, you can change. It is a mutable data structure, and you can slice in a lot, getting different numbers. And then for tuple, the most different point is that it's immutable. So basically, once we created the tuple, it's not it cannot be changed anymore. But it also have a slicing method, so you can get the different positions value elements. And then we also know sets and dictionary, right? Sets is basically it only contain unique elements, which means if you give a lot of duplicate elements, you put a lot of duplicate elements inside the sets automatically drop the duplicates one. So once you, for example, you check the set, you can check its only unique value inside. Because if you add some duplicate one, once it go inside, it just delete it automatically. And for dictionary, it usually it's basically a hash structure. So in other programming, sometimes called a hash map or something like this. So basically, it has a key and a value. So you can get some value by using its key very fast. So in my own opinion, list and dictionaries will be most often used in coding. Python programming at least. Okay, so that's all, because yeah, I don't think there's some other person there to look at watch this video. So I will just stop here. Post any questions if you have via the Slack group. Okay, bye for today. Yeah.